Hey there, it's Saturday and it's a day off. So I've been trying to motivate myself to get out of the house, and I did, so it's very good. I'm at that little park near my house around the corner, and it's 50 degrees, and there's still a lot of snow to melt. I think we'll need a lot more warm weather to get all this to melt, but it's a nice blue sky and nice 50 degrees or so. So I thought I'd come, and then I was thinking about a story to tell. So many stories I do have, and just wanted to share this one. So, regarding church and religion, um, I was thinking about that a lot today and recently. I did go to a church. I went to a church for 10 years. I became a member. I got baptized. And then I left. And then I left that church because I was looking around in the room. I think it was probably, I don't know if it was on a Sunday or before service or on a Wednesday before a midweek where it's kind of like a service. Just a time to get together and share some uh, Bibles stories. And so I was just looking around the room and I just realized, you know what? These are not my people. I don't know if you've had that kind of a moment in your life. I just like, you know what? These are not my people. And I decided to leave. Um, I think overall the main reason was I just didn't like, I always felt an ick, I guess. I don't know how else to say it. It just didn't feel right to be part of a church, a system where people that I love aren't loved unconditionally. So I left that church, and I was just thinking recently about how when I'm in my car listening to music, I feel like that's my church. I just feel so happy and at peace. And lately I've been listening to as I do, all kinds of music. But I've been listening recently to the band The Black Crowes, who I've listened to. I actually saw them in concert years ago in Boston. And I have a ticket actually coming, a show in June, so I'm really excited. I got a good seat, and I'm going to see them in June, so I'm very excited. But there was a situation where my son needed me to drive him to Revere. He was having some issues with his car, and he had to get a new car, and we had to end up actually going 2 days in a row. And again, I don't mind. I love driving, and so he and I would drive my car, um, and so we would drive. And well, he would drive there because he's a much better driving around Boston and north of Boston. So he drove, and then of course I drove my car and myself home, and he stayed, and he was dealing with his car issues. So I was just listening to the Black Crowes and Allman Brothers, and other music similar to Allman Brothers, and it just the sun. I was heading home, so the sun was on my left, and um, the let's see. So I was going south, or let's see, west. I don't know. I was going probably south initially, down through Boston to get home. But anyway, the sun was very bright both days, and I'm listening to the music, and I'm listening to the Black Crowes, and there's particular songs that kind of touch my heart. And I was just like, this is feeling like church to me. This is feeling like religion. This is feeling like peace and just contentment and joy. And I just felt like, oh, I wonder how other people would feel about that. Um, finding what you're supposed to feel, what religion is supposed to bring you in your life, how it's supposed to make you feel, but having that feeling through music, having music hit my heart in that way. And there's another thought I had, a particular song. I believe it's called Soul Singing. And I swear it feels like I'm in church when I hear that song. And then there's a song, that Soul Singing, that's by the Black Crowes. If you haven't heard it, oh, I would recommend it. It's a beautiful song. And then there's a song by Allman Brothers called oh, Soul Shine. Yeah, Soul Shine. And just listening to those songs, I just had that feeling of just feeling close to what a God would be, and feeling close to a peace, and just feeling like joy in my soul. And I just thought it was amazing how it's been, like I said, 10 years. I went to that, and it's that church, and it's probably been about 10 years, almost 10 years since I've left that church. So I'm not going to a different church in the meantime, but just feeling the joy and the peace and just the world, the feeling connected. I guess that's what I'm really trying to get to, that connection. And I'd love to know if other people have, I'm sure you have, but I'd love to hear from you, and you share with me if you understand what I'm saying here now about, feeling a sense of religion in music. Um, just driving in your car and feeling the sun on your face, and just hearing certain songs and music just kind of fill you up with joy. And just like I said, like that connection and feeling content and at peace and feeling safe. I think that safety is especially what I was feeling and what I do feel when I listen to music. And, just being in my house and doing the dishes, and not, I don't like doing dishes, but I always put on music, you know, and I feel like if I can listen to music and feel the joy and that the spark in my soul from music, I can get through the dishes. I can get through whatever it is that I'm not really crazy about getting through, but knowing it's, you know, something we do. So I hope overall this connects with you, and the feeling that, music, um, no matter what kind of music, it can be any music, as long as it touches your heart and makes you feel brave and makes you feel safe. I feel like that's as close to religion as we can get. So I just wanted to share that with you. I hope it touches your heart. And again, let me know what you think. Tell me if you understand. Thanks. Bye.